Good evening, everyone, from Oklahoma City. It's the season opener for the Thunder with a reconfigured team which includes All-Star Paul George, the reigning MVP Russell Westbrook, and one of the great scorers in the game today. The NBA on TNT Premier Week is presented by AutoTrader. The Knicks are in rebuild mode with some promising young players. The Thunder have recovered from the Kevin Durant departure, and they have one of the most interesting teams this season in the league. Westbrook on the side, Paul George. With the rebound inside by Westbrook, keeps it alive. Carmelo Anthony, three.
That's what made Russell so successful last year, on his way to a career 42 triple-doubles for the reigning MVP. Offensive rebounding to allow this now more potent offensive team in the Oklahoma City Thunder.
We go inside with Anthony with the drive. Out for Porzingis, 13 points on 8 shots and 7 rebounds. Carmelo. That's the first hit by Oklahoma City in the last 7 shots. Porzingis. Defended on the play by Patterson.
Yeah. See, that's the only thing. He's going to have to get stronger. He's getting pushed down low.
Anthony from Westbrook. Carmelo. Knocks one through. Carmelo Anthony.
Look at the reaction and the smile.
Finally, right? Finally one goes in. Anthony along two. Carmelo.
That's a long recovery there for Porzingis. It's going to be hard for him to show and get back to Carmelo Anthony.
Porzingis dribbling. Tanner looks tired. Here comes Westbrook. Spoon feeds Carmelo. And he was fouled on the play by Ramon Sessions. All right, while we were away, we had a technical free throw taken by Westbrook. That was because Jeff Hornacek was tagged with one at the end of the first half. There's Carmelo hitting a shot outside. So Carmelo Anthony in 21 minutes has gone 6 of 14, 17 points. Hardaway watches Anthony. Nice shot by Carmelo. 7 of 15 and 19 points to lead all Thunder scores so far.
Who is going to score the basketball here for the Knicks on the floor?
Thomas feisty inside, but lost the ball with another turnover. There's 3.5 on the shot clock and 21 Knick turnovers tonight. Nice steal by Baker. Lost the ball and throws it back away.
Another turnover for the Knicks.
Anthony. That's a 3 for Carmelo.
5-point swing. You get a steal at one end by Baker. A bad pass. Turnover. And Melo knocks down the 3.
That's all she wrote from Oklahoma City tonight, with the Thunder going to 1-0 and the Knicks and their opener as well going to 0-1. They go home and play at the Garden. 105-84 the final.
The Thunder is playing its third game in 4 nights. Maybe it's good to get back into the saddle after last night's disappointing loss in Utah. Tonight comes a Minnesota team that is determined to break a playoff drought that has extended for the last 13 years. Anthony spotting up and scoring over Jam.
You got Blks trying to defend him.
Anthony on a second consecutive trip down the floor scores. Anthony scored 3 straight buckets to help the Thunder rally back last night late in the first half against Utah. 7 unanswered points now for Oklahoma City. Anthony gets to the rim. I mean, he takes Blks all the way to the baseline. Eustace with the rebound. I think he's getting Terrence Ferguson's minutes. Ferguson had an issue in pregame warm-ups. Carmelo Anthony continuing here at the start of the second quarter where he left off at the end of the first. Anthony left a moment by Butler and he scores for 3. Over the top. Anthony pulls up the 3-point line. He's got it! Grant and George team up to win possession for the Thunder. Anthony to the rim. He scored, and he's fouled. Westbrook pops out. Butler is on him. Anthony for 3. Get it! Got it! Thunder on the high side!
And Minnesota has no timeouts. So smart play here.
Wiggins spots up there. Deep 3's got it! He scores it at the buzzer to give the Timberwolves the victory.
And you got to give the Timberwolves credit. They came up with a couple of big buckets as well. And prior to that, the Karl Anthony Towns runner that gave them the 2-point lead.
It was horseshoes and hand grenades for our heroes the other night. Close, but the other guys left with the victory. Tonight, the Thunder turns its attention to a high-octane Indiana Pacers attack before it hits the road for three. And we say hello again. Welcome to Thunder basketball on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Low pass from Anthony as Adams rolled to the basket, but then Carmelo with a tremendous recovery. Speaking of speed, Anthony met at the rim by Oladipo, and that's a foul. Anthony to shoot free throws. Collison kicking it to Stevenson on the wing for three. No. Indiana shooting 9 of 24. Anthony powering his way to the rim at the buzzer.
And that ball just sat up there like the legend knew it was going to go in. He just said, all right, watch this.
Corey Joseph checked by Raymond Felton as we start the second quarter. Backed by our outstanding production crew, Brian Davis, Michael Cage, Nick Gallo, Thunder with the turnover. Thank you, Jeremy Grant in transition. Carmelo Anthony says, I'll thank you again. It doesn't matter, Michael, of Melo adding to his toolbox as he scores from the nail. We know they can do that. But can he set effective screens? Can he rebound? Well, tonight the answer all the way across the board is an emphatic yes. Anthony's going to put it on the deck, get inside the free throw line, and score on Thaddeus Young.
And how smooth is he?
Oladipo is going to go right at Robertson and score. Victor Oladipo with 19 points here in the first half on 7 of 10 shooting. Westbrook on the drive and dish the angle three from Melo scores!
And you run right back at the Pacers. They want to play at this pace for the Pacers.
Oladipo using his length. George can't get that one to go down. Domas Sabonis is stripped by Andre Robertson. Is then bothered by Young. Gives it up to Anthony for three. Aprinas rising up and blocking Sabonis, and then he strips him.
Wow. He had no chance to do that except the strip. He got just that, the strip.
Anthony wants this.
Oh, he took him down.
Yes, he did.
They got to look at that. Stevens actually took Anthony down on the play.
Then he helps him up, and I can hear him going, we're good, but I'm not so sure about that.
They need to take a look at that.
Anthony spinning. He's not going to give Stevenson a chance to pull anything with him, and that's going to be a foul on Aprinas behind the three-point line. Collison a little slow to get up. Anthony trapped on the baseline, passes out of it. Felton flashes to the rim and scores from the opposite side.
And that was a great cross-court pass by Carmelo Anthony out of a triple team.
They gave him an assist on that play to Felton. Scores unbalanced as Young gambles, and Anthony makes him pay.
And that's what you have to do with Carmelo Anthony when he's feeling it. You know, you just don't want him to sit back there and get shots at you.
Shot clock getting deep. Anthony, with 4/10 of a second remaining on the 24-second clock, scores again. He's got 28 points. The Thunder scores an 18-point victory over Indiana. Seemed a little bit tougher than that, but the Thunder just continued to separate and gain separation as the game went along, Michael.
Well, tonight at the United Center, the Bulls go for 2 in a row as they welcome in one of the NBA's highest profile teams. Westbrook, Anthony, and George make a house call.
Anthony fires the jumper, he scores.
And that's going to be a tough matchup for Larry because Carmelo Anthony has made a living on that mid-range game.
Outside to Carmelo. Anthony fires, and bottom of the net is all. He should be able to create some 2-on-1. There's Carmelo.
That's a man move.
That's vintage Anthony right there.
He recognized he got a smaller guy on him in the post and just attacked him.
Grant with the rebound. Felton flips down. And then Felton unloads one, and that's good. He's going to need to make those, or somebody is off their bench. Inside, and the layup, a strong one. And that was a nice pass from Carmelo Anthony. Anthony walks into a three, set up by Westbrook.
Yeah, you're 7 for 24. And there's a
Anthony
bucket.
again from Westbrook, and
They're going to find their guys who make threes.
Carmelo turns, fires, banks it in.
Man.
Wow. Oh, my.
10 games in, the Thunder is not where it had hoped to be or needs to be. That has a lot to do with the offense. The good news being the defense is giving OKC a chance every night. The Traveling Road Show stopping in Denver. First touch to Big Blue as we welcome you into Thunder basketball from Denver on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Carmelo Anthony spent the first 7.5 years of his NBA career here in Denver. He's hearing about it from the fans, but that stands to serve as a silencer, and you can hear we got some Thunder fans in the house tonight. And Russell still working on that free throw stroke, but here we go. George with the offensive rebound. Robertson outside. Melo, hello for three.
Just good, great hustle. You can never underestimate the value of hustling for loose balls, and look what it turns into.
Anthony outside for three, got another.
He's, seeing a big basket right now. That's just, that's just number 7 in blue balling. There's nothing, no call for that.
Jokic blocked by Robertson. Westbrook jumping into that one for three. Robertson snatching down another offensive rebound. Anthony's got it for three. Millsap stays over the screen by Adams. Anthony runs away from it and scores.
Wow, he took a whole lot of contact from Paul Millsap out front. Man, body checking and hand checking.
Melo with 15 points here in the first half. Anthony steps right into it for three.
He's probably the best at the league at stepping into that three. Always the same shot, knocks it down.
The kick out, Robertson to Anthony's got another for three. Melo knocking down his 5th triple, leaving him with a game-high 21 points. Anthony going to work on Harris, and he scores.
Nice little set piece. You get another mismatch. Gary Harris, 6'4", trying to guard 6'8", 6'9", and Carmelo Anthony got the ball right to him.
Anthony inside, delivers to Robertson. The kick out through Westbrook to Melo for three. Anthony with his 6th triple of the ball game and 26 points on the night. Anthony to work one-on-one against Harris. He'll pull up and come up short. Big offensive rebound. Felton outside for three. No. The putback, though, one-handed for Anthony on the pogo stick. An 8-point Nuggets victory. They go to 4-1 on this 6-game homestand that concludes on Saturday. A win tonight would get the Thunder back to 500. Billy Donovan warns that it would be a mistake to lock in on Chicago's record. He says if you don't play it the right way, you could be in for a surprise. Anthony hangs on to it as Marketing gets back to cover up Johnson. And he fires from the elbow and he scores over Lopez.
That's a tough cover. And I know Lopez is 7 feet, but when he's 20 feet from the basket, he's 2 feet tall.
Anthony outside for three. Melo, hello. Anthony trapped. Westbrook comes to help him out, and then repost. Anthony's going to square up and score over Markin, and Anthony with 9 points in the court.
And welcome everyone to Oklahoma City to start off our Wednesday night doubleheader as the Thunder and Golden State Warriors meet for the first time this season. And for the second time, Kevin Durant returns to Oklahoma City, where he played 8 years with the Thunder. Anthony for three. Anthony's jumper, that's good. Off yet another turnover, that's 5. Anthony pulls up for three. Anthony fakes, gets Green up in the air and finishes. Carmelo Anthony coming out with a flourish. He's got 9. Durant stays right up in him. Anthony puts up the jump shot, puts it in. Anthony, his 5th field goal, leads the game's leading scorer with 13. Well, poor George can be great defensively. Finds Carmelo Anthony. Hesitated and then nails the three-pointer. Anthony in rhythm. Hits a three. As Carmelo Anthony knocks down the shot. Oh, Golden State beaten soundly.
Welcome to Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. Yes, the Jazz are red hot. 6 straight wins. Tonight marks game number 25, and the Jazz are 7th in the West. 6 games behind the Rockets and just a half a game behind the 4th place Blazers. Carmelo picked up by Jonas, 8 to shoot. He goes baseline on a pushback. Jay got it. And that's his first bucket of the night. And as we mentioned, the 3-point shots, 1 of 9, plus the 6 TOs. Carmelo inside. Carmelo on the inbound. Jumper good. Okay, Melo got a layup. Here's Carmelo, a jumper. Rims out, back in. with the dribble to Carmelo. Spins quickly. Pass. Ingles. AB a little late to try to come over and block it. And it's a three-point game with 1:15 left. And OKC rallies back from 17 down to knock off Utah by 6.
It's a Friday night in Philadelphia. It's cold, it's snowing, but they have Sixer fever in this great sports town. And the Wells Fargo Center, a sellout crowd expected to watch their main man, Joel Embiid, and the Philadelphia 76ers square off against one of the teams with the super teams, or the Big Three, Russell Westbrook of the Big Three of the Oklahoma City Thunder, as we kick off a Friday night doubleheader here on ESPN.
Carmelo Anthony's jumper, that's good.
And when you think about Embiid, Mike, you know the numbers are staggering, particularly when you think about he doesn't practice very often for health reasons. I mean, that he can play this well.
Well, last year he only played 31 games. He's already played 22 this year as Anthony knocks down another shot. Westbrook out to Anthony. Anthony, one dribble, pull-up jumper. That's good. Anthony, excellent start. He's 3 for 3. Does that have to happen here in OKC, or can they survive the way they're doing this as Anthony knocks it down? Anthony back in the game, guarded by Amir Johnson. Gets a little space, knocks down the shot. Carmelo Anthony, 5 of 6 from the field. Anthony one-on-one with Simmons. That's his usual move. Nails another. Carmelo Anthony in the flow tonight. 6 of 7 from the field. Anthony steps into a three-pointer. That's good. Carmelo Anthony from downtown. And he's got 16 points here in the first half. Anthony, one dribble, jumper. Got it. Carmelo Anthony with 20 points in 23 minutes on just 11 shots. Here comes the double team. Anthony struggling. Gets it back. Fires up top. George for 3. Off the mark, and we go to overtime. Had a great clean look, but unable to get it to go down, and Philadelphia forces OT. Anthony against Saric. Here comes the double team. Anthony on the pull-up. Jumper's good. Simmons pokes it away from Anthony. Anthony drives, creates some space. Pull-up jumper's good. He's now 11 of 16 from the field, a team-high 24. Westbrook inside Robertson. Robertson layup. This time he banks it home with 9.6 remaining. And the Sixers call timeout. Embiid, quick catch into the hands of Simmons. Up top, Redick. Redick fakes, back up Embiid. Get it back to Redick. Redick for 3, blocked by Patterson. Picked up by Westbrook, and a foul as Embiid and Carmelo Anthony collide. He misses the second, ball batted around, picked up by Covington, and that's it. The Thunder survive here in triple overtime.
The New York Knicks are presented by Chase, and tonight Madison Square Garden is the place to be as the 15-13 Knicks take on Carmelo Anthony's Oklahoma City Thunder. We wonder what kind of legs he and his teammates are going to have tonight. They played a triple overtime game against Philadelphia in Philly and won it.
At forward, at 6'8" from Syracuse, number 7, Carmelo
Anthony for 3. Puts it in. Knicks by 1 with 8.2 remaining. Anthony leads in. That shot is good. Carmelo Anthony with the greatest scoring game in Knicks history. He's got 62. Right wing 3. It's good. Carmelo Anthony with 7 3-pointers.
and at forward at 6'8" from Syracuse, number 7, Carmelo Anthony.
Courtney Lee, meanwhile, is guarding Westbrook to start. And Jarrett Jack is guarding Andre Robertson. You heard some boos, though, when Carmelo Anthony touched it. Dakari Johnson back out. Anthony hearing actually a lot more boos than they expected. Knocks down the 3. And some of the fans who are rooting for him. So a little mixed reaction. Anthony, little fake, gets by Beasley. Shot is up and gets the go.
Vintage Melo that time. Melo looks thin, Mike.
Courtney Lee, the floater. And Johnson a rebound. Dakari Johnson, by the way, he's a Brooklyn kid. That's where he was born. Paul George down the other end. That's a three-pointer. Well, for Anthony this year, it's been a up and down adjustment. Not getting as many shots, not being the focal point of the offense. Drives and can't hit. Layup, no good. Rebound. Anthony right back to him, and he backs it home, and he's got 7 early points.
Knicks looking, Melo cooking with a good second effort that time off the glass.
Anthony spots up for 3. That's good. And Anthony now 4 of 9 from the field. Anthony on a perfect pass from Westbrook. And Carmelo Anthony the alley-oop finish.
Good sleight of hand.
Nice save by George off a bad pass from Peasley.
Here comes Westbrook. Melo being booed as he leaves the game, going to the bench.
He had huge cheers when he was introduced to standing ovation, but after that, when he became a member of the other team, the crowd booed him. And he struggled, finishing 5 of 18 from the field. He started 2 for 2, but then really struggled.
How many games do you need to get chemistry, Mike?
And forward, 6'8" from Syracuse, number 7, Carmelo Anthony.
Already the Hawks have 3 made threes in this quarter. That's why they're nursing a 4-point lead.
On the drive and dish, Anthony outside. Melo, hello for 3 from Rush. French will drive. Adams will steer the rebound to Westbrook, and the Thunder will run. You can see what their strategy is to get numbers back across. That leaves the trailer, Anthony. A great look for 3, and he scores. George slaps that ball away. Russell going to run. He's got a trailer, and Patterson. Anthony's going to step into it. Bang! That extra pass. Thunder is +6 on the glass. Anthony once again showing some fancy footwork, setting up Ilyasova with the jab step and scoring. Ilyasova dives. Anthony says, "Thank you very much."
Come on, man. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say, folks.
Melo is nasty. He's 4 out of 4 from 3. Wow. Bazemore has that ball poked away. This could be fun. Yes, it is. Josh Houston's playing for Paul George here as we get into the late stages of the quarter. Anthony for 3. He's got 5 in the ball game. Russell has 12 assists. Shot clock getting deep. Delaney firing it into the corner. Bellinelli forced to fire a wild shot as the 24-second clock wound down. Westbrook high-stepping like Walter Payton up the floor. The kick out to Anthony for 3, no. But then George with the offensive rebound. Anthony with another chance, and he scores! Thunder by 7 off of Anthony's 6th triple in the ball game. Anthony screening, the kick back, Melo for 3, and he gets the shooter's roll. Give him 7 on the night, and the Thunder gets it right back. Melo with 24 points. Here we go. Westbrook scoring up at the 3-point line. He scores! Atlanta's out of timeouts. The desperation shot by Collins nowhere near close, and the Thunder wins! Thunder wins! Thunder wins!
Welcome to the Tip-Off Showcase presented by YouTube TV. Cable-free TV live is here. Santa Claus in attendance here at Chesapeake Energy Arena as we wrap a great day of basketball here on ESPN and on ABC. First meeting of the season between a couple of teams involved in the arms race during the offseason.
Big thing and the big challenge tonight for Oklahoma City is their transition defense. You like to see Melo get off to a good start here tonight. You cannot let him take the 3-point shot. Force him to put the ball on the floor. Okay, right now they just ran a staggered screen for George down on the baseline. See, they'll kick it out to Robertson all night long. He has to prove that he can make the shot.
A long 2 by Anthony falls, and Carmelo knocks down his first 2 jumpers. And we need to mention that Ariza's playing heavy minutes as George lets one fly from deep. Adams inside with some muscle on the tip.
Remember what we told you now. He's averaging 5 offensive rebounds a game. You get 3 in this league. That is a lot.
We've talked about it. We've seen Houston a bunch lately. 3-point shot good by Melo. You look at Houston at 47 points right now. You've mentioned they average 62 every first half. They're pretty much on pace right now. Melo with the stare down mid-range jump shot. One of the top mid-range scorers in the league. There's Melo. Tough shot over Tucker, and he's a tough shot maker. Carmelo Anthony with 14 now.
Yeah, he's 5 for 8 from the floor. 2 for 3 in the 3-ball.
There's Melo working against Capella. 5 on the shot clock. Melo with a tough 2, and he makes it.
He's having a very good game. He's feeling it. He's 6 for 9 from the field.
Russell Westbrook has made his last 5 shots.
I like this.
Little ISO for Melo, and he made it look easy.
See, every time that they switch, they love to switch. And when you get Harden on you, and you're a front court player, take him right into the post and make him play you.
Melo, stare down jumper, good for 2.
Melo's got it tonight, no doubt about it.
20 points.
Yep, he's 8 for 12 from the field, shooting a high percentage.
And George, actually Robertson knocked it away. Another steal.
Well, we told you now, they're number 1 in the league in steals, and that's what has jettized the fast break here for them.
Russell Westbrook with a strong second half. Adams got the party started, and Merry Christmas. Take a bow, Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, as they win it 112-107.
After earning an extra star for the tree for the big win on Christmas, the Thunder turns its attention to one of the top clubs in the Eastern Conference. The Raptors lost last night in Dallas, but were 12-1 going into that game. Compelling basketball for you tonight on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Anthony squares up and he scores. Melo shot 8 of 12 in the victory on Christmas night over Houston. It picks up where he left off. Serge Ibaka, who until about a year ago was a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the team's all-time leading shot blocker, but he gets put in handcuffs there as Anthony scores again. Adams with the deflection there. Andre Robertson was absolutely aces and has been in the early going. A little bit of showtime off the turnover as Westbrook finds Melo on the lob. Anthony working off the screen from Adams, and he scores right down Main Street. Anthony. That's how you post a guy up.
He had a mouse in the house.
Just understand against Toronto, bring your lunch bucket because it's going to be an all-day job. Anthony scores over Ibaka. Melo shooting 6 of 12 tonight, 14 points. Siakam checking Anthony, who powers his way to the edge of the lane and scores on the step back.
Come on. That's just a street game there.
That's the all-star Melo right there. Mark Davis puts it up. Steven Adams wins the tip. First touch to the home team as we say Happy New Year to you and welcome in to Thunder Basketball tonight from Chesapeake Arena on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Carmelo Anthony checked by Kleber, squares up and scores. You take that. Outside the kick out to Melo. Hello, he's got it for 3. Anthony will drive, he'll spin, he'll score. That was pretty. Matthews slows down Russ, but the trailer. Anthony for 3. Got it. Thunder on the high side. Westbrook driving, kicking. Anthony for 3. He's got it again.
NBA Wednesday is presented by State Farm. We welcome you to Los Angeles. The Oklahoma City Thunder, which had the 3rd best record in the NBA in the month of December, trying to tip off the new year right. OKC visiting Staples Center on back-to-back nights, taking on the red-hot Clippers tomorrow, but the struggling Lakers tonight. LA has lost 7 straight entering tonight's game. And look at Westbrook go behind the back. And now Anthony raising and hitting a 3.
Their problem is not playing against the elite teams as Melo knocks down the jump shot. Their problem all season long has been when they played against bad teams, subpar teams. They've beaten the better teams in this league.
Here's Melo, got Randall off his feet. What a veteran move. I think the rebounding thing is still the thing that's most amazing. What a great pass, though, by Westbrook to Anthony for the stop. They go back to Melo, who's got 10 points here in the first quarter. Hits again. That's 12 for Carmelo Anthony. Here's Anthony for 3. And he's got the hot hand. Carmelo with his 3rd triple, 15 points. Anthony off the bounce. Connects. Anthony with 17. Great screen again for the big man. Anthony knocks it down, but that was all Adams creating space.
Whoever's guarding.
On a mild 61-degree night in Southern California, we're at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. A sellout crowd turning out better than 19,000 on hand as we welcome you to Game 2 of our Thursday night doubleheader. The NBA on TNT, presented by State Farm. The Oklahoma City Thunder facing the LA Clippers. OKC turning things around. They've won 7 of the last 9. They're in the number 5 spot, 2.5 games behind Minnesota. The Clippers have won 6 of their last 7. Back in the playoff contention despite all the injuries that they have suffered. Anthony got the step and lays it in. It counts as a foul. A foul from behind, picked up by C.J. Williams.
One of the best post players offensively still in this game.
Alex Abrines, the backup guard, also out with a strained groin. That's a three-pointer. Juwan Evans, the rookie from Oklahoma State, has come on, replacing Milos Teodosic.
That's going to be the theme for the night. We've already seen 2 layups inside by DeAndre Jordan on the switch on Melo.
Anthony with a turnaround. Head coach Brian Shaw constituted tampering this past summer. Carmelo Anthony once again. Anthony passed on the shot, goes for the 2.
This reminds me of a pickup game I played in one time.
Here is Carmelo Anthony showing the touch. Wide open shot for Ferguson. Oh, nice backhand move by Carmelo Anthony. Anthony, and on a switch by Jordan, shoots over him and hits Carmelo Anthony. They swing it. Anthony, yes. Carmelo Anthony. On a mild 61-degree night in Southern California, we're at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. A sellout crowd turning out better than 19,000 on hand as we welcome you to Game 2 of our Thursday night doubleheader. The NBA on TNT, presented by State Farm. The Oklahoma City Thunder facing the LA Clippers. OKC turning things around. They've won 7 of the last 9. They're in the number 5 spot, 2.5 games behind Minnesota. The Clippers have won 6 of their last 7. Back in the playoff contention despite all the injuries that they have suffered. Anthony got the step and lays it in. It counts as a foul. A foul from behind, picked up by C.J. Williams.
One of the best post players offensively still in this game.
Alex Abrines, the backup guard, also out with a strained groin. That's a three-pointer. Juwan Evans, the rookie from Oklahoma State, has come on, replacing Milos Teodosic.
That's going to be the theme for the night. We've already seen 2 layups inside by DeAndre Jordan on the switch on Melo.
Anthony with a turnaround. Beautiful jumper by Carmelo Anthony. Getting back to Paul George, he said yesterday that the Indiana Pacers suspected that his relationship with Lakers associate head coach Brian Shaw constituted tampering this past summer. Carmelo Anthony once again. But the NBA's investigation found no evidence of tampering by Shaw. This according to Ramona Shelbourne of ESPN. But Griffin puts a head fake on Ferguson, throws it out. Here's nice move by Jordan, but could not finish, and Westbrook is on it. Anthony passed on the shot, goes for the 2.
This reminds me of a pickup game I played in one time. The last 5 minutes.
Here is Carmelo Anthony showing the touch. Wide open shot for Ferguson. Thunder have come roaring back here in the 3rd quarter. Nice ball movement, and Ferguson hits the 3.
I love the confidence shown by this kid. After 6 last night, missing his first 4 in this game, Marv continues to step into those threes with some confidence.
George. They swing it. Anthony, yes. Carmelo Anthony. who has been a hot shooter throughout the game. 22 points on that three-pointer.
The Thunder scores 30 or more points in all 4 quarters. Russell Westbrook chatting with Baker Mayfield as time expires.
Carmelo, you guys held them in the middle 30s shooting percentage-wise in that second half. What was the difference defensively for you all down the stretch?
Adjustments. I think we had to figure out exactly what they was doing.
Motherfucker! Shit!
In that first half, they had 40-some points in the paint in the first half. DJ was just sailing in the paint, offensive rebounds. I think in the second half we did a collective effort, a good job, collectively keeping them out the paint. And then we got going offensively based off our defense. So.
A ton of points again for you all tonight, scoring. Just your thoughts on the way the offense is flowing and moving right now.
We're just flowing. We're just taking our time, taking advantage of what the defense is giving us, running our offense, executing it. Right now I think we're executing at a very high level.
How big does that bucket look for you on those trail threes?
They look good. We got to keep going, though. They look good, though.
9 for 12 shooting for you tonight. Another great team win to finish off this back-to-back here in LA. How do you feel this team performed going through a tough stretch right here?
It's hard to win on the road. In any professional sports, it's hard to win on the road. So far, we got these two, especially on the back-to-back, to get these two back-to-back. Feels good. Great job by us. We got one more on this road. We can get down. We have a great road trip.
Great job tonight, Carmelo. Thank you.
We do apologize. Cold water and live television do not mix. And for that, I say, truly, we are sorry for that. Thunder took 2 of 3 on the western swing, just finished now, touches down for one at home before bouncing back out to wrap up the week on the road.
They've already forced Nurkic into a couple of tough shots. Talk about tough shots. How about Carmelo Anthony?
The board count here tonight is part of our keys to this game. Anthony looking for an outlet, rises up and scores over Mo Harkless. The corner. Anthony from Westbrook for 3. That ties a season low for a Thunder opponent. Melo, hello. Off the screen from Adams. He's feeling it now. From the elbow off the screen from Adams, he scores. Anthony steps away. Boy, that one hard dribble started to back a couple of guys up, and then he rears up and fires to score. 10-point corner for Melo. Anthony wide open. Given that kind of room, he's going to score that all day long.
It looked like a lot of contact on that play. If you're Thunder, you'll take it.
The trailing 3 for Anthony. Melo, hello! And it's a 13-point game. Trailblazers come in here, build leads in excess of 20 points, and wind up winning by 11, 117-106.
And welcome, everyone, to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. It's the Los Angeles Lakers in OKC taking on the Thunder, the second meeting all time this season between these two squads. Anthony guarded by Brook Lopez. Melo on the blow-by and gets the layup to fall. Used his body well. Quick catch and shoot. And Carmelo Anthony figuring things out in OKC. George over to Carmelo. Another catch and shoot 3. Got it! And Luke Walton has seen enough again. Another timeout here in the first quarter. The Lakers hemorrhaging defensively. Paul George with an easy one. And we got a man down there in the first row. That's Terrence Ferguson. Great hustle by the rookie. Originally supposed to play for our former colleague Avery Johnson at Alabama as Steven Adams flushes one home. He has been a force inside. Adams with 6 points on 3 of 4 from the field. And one and done at the offensive end. Westbrook just 1 of 9. Kicks it out to Melo. Catch and shoot is pure. Randall out of his funk, his early season doldrums when he figured out that he wasn't going to be a starter this year. Struggled the first 10 games and then had a nice sit-down chat with Luke Walton and put everything behind him. And he's on a good way right now. So is Carmelo Anthony. Melo smells blood, and that's what Melo does. Takes advantage of the mismatch and has an opportunity for a three-point play already with 15 points. Corey Brewer on the reverse layup.
Well, that's one thing Corey Brewer does. He comes in the game and he runs the floor.
Great energy off the bench. The lead down to 12.
And played for Billy Donovan at Florida for those national championship teams.
And they went back-to-back. Matched up against Melo here. Nice rip-through move. Boy, Melo made that look easy. Carmelo Anthony with 20 points tonight on 7 of 11 from the field. You know, what's not talked about is the chemistry between Westbrook, Anthony, and Paul George. When George was traded from Indiana at OKC, he immediately had his teammates out to California in a charity fishing tournament event that they all participated in. And the team bonding and the team building began there in July in the summer. And still trying to manifest itself on the court.
I'll tell you what, Carmelo Anthony's taking some fish to school down in the block right now. They're switching that pick and roll, and he's shooting over the top of those smaller guys.
Amen, coach. On cue, Melo with 3 to the dome. 25 points for Carmelo Anthony. Ray Felton running the show now. Westbrook getting a breather. Ferguson on the floor with Eustace and Grant and Carmelo Anthony. Got the ball in a sweet spot. Rising up over Brewer, and man, he has enough to feed the needy right now. Carmelo Anthony with 27 points.
And we are here in Cleveland, Quicken Loans Arena, where a lot of locals are saying protect the Q, protect and guard the home court. They faced OKC for the first time this season.
Love the corner 3, hit the side of the backboard. Missing badly.
Now, if you notice, Love opened up on the right corner. Now he opened up on the left corner. And Adams is going to have to really, zero in on him defensively. But this is the key. Adams is averaging 5 offensive rebounds a game, leading the league. You've got to keep him off that offensive play.
It's a shot that Carmelo Anthony rarely misses. Coming off a 27-point game a few nights ago against the Lakers. One dribble pull-up by Carmelo Anthony, and he's starting to heat up a little bit too. 30 points on the board already for the Thunder. Melo, height advantage against J.R. Smith. Oh, what a move by Carmelo Anthony. How many times have we seen that?
Well, come on, he could do it on either side, but he prefers that right side of the floor. They're waiting for Thomas to get going, get back to how he shot last year, where, he was so spectacular with the high shooting percentages from the field and the 3-ball, and then especially in the fourth quarter. But you kind of forget that, he was 3rd in the league in scoring last year.
2-time All-Star with the Celtics. Carmelo Anthony stuck with it and got it to go.
Well, nice move.
Great ball fake by Melo for the layup.
I want to tell you, you could get killed tonight at that end of the floor, okay, with balls that are not hitting the rim.
They've hit the side of the backboard twice and shot an air ball once, and Melo is starting to heat up. Anthony now with 15 points.
They are not already in the hole, Cleveland. The third quarters, like you said, Mark, the last 4 have been pretty bad. They've been outscored by more than 12 points on average in those games and given up at least 32 points in each of those third quarters. Now, Ty Lue said he did let them out a little bit earlier. You saw LeBron James out here with about 4.5 minutes left in halftime. A little longer than usual, but really he said our biggest problem has been individual defense. We've given up 30 points on straight individual drives to the basket, so that's where they're looking to improve, guys.
The extra pass, the catch and shoot to Melo. That's great looking offense, Hubie Brown.
Now look, Melo right now is 8 for 15. I mean, Melo on fire or what? They are 27th in rebounding percentage. 27th. Okay, then they're 23rd in forcing turnovers, so they don't get out in the open floor. They are 27th in blocks. There's not a lot of blocks, and they're 21st in steals. They're all bad numbers, okay, that which dictate how your defense goes.
And those numbers looking even worse today with the hot shooting of Carmelo Anthony now with 23 points. Paul George with 29. Russell Westbrook with 18. Crowder all day to fire and knock it in.
See, a year ago, he was a major three-point shooter with Boston when they had that great march, to winning the conference during the year. He was a high percentage shooter, and no, he's not bashful. He'll take the shot, and then he's also an excellent defender. But wait, Carmelo, we got to.
He likes being on TV.
Carmelo is playing great. Okay, he's having a great game.
Melo, mid-range.
There you go.
He is the maestro of the mid-range. Knocks down another one. He has 14 points in the quarter. Oh, what a shot by Isaiah Thomas.
Black Friday was a ton of fun for the Pistons.
They waltzed into Oklahoma City and handed the vaunted OK3 an L. But things have changed for the Thunder. Tonight they roll into downtown Detroit, winners of 20 of their last 28 and 6 straight. Looking to avenge that November loss, live from Little Caesars Arena, it's the Pistons and the Thunder. Westbrook to one of his talented teammates, Carmelo Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Carmelo over Tobias. He hits it.
Great one-on-one player.
Carmelo nails another.
Wow.
Paul George all the way across the court to Carmelo Anthony. Dribbles into the shot and knocks it down. Carmelo against Tobias. Turns to the paint. Fires in and out and back in again. Minute 14 to play here in the half. Carmelo Anthony fires, fills it up.
Man, how about that one-on-one move?
Carmelo's got Langston Galloway on him. Gets it back from Westbrook to the baseline for the jumper. Yes! Melo has 14.
George and Greg, great point about Carmelo Anthony. I was talking with Billy Donovan before the game and asked him about how he's fitting in. He said, you know what he's really good at, guys? He's a great communicator, great transition player as well. He's really adapted well to this team now. But like you guys said, defense a little underrated, but primarily because he's a great communicator.
Carmelo Anthony chasing 25,000 points. Spins and draws the foul. He will get to 25,000 at the free throw line.
Hey, how about this? Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James were taken in the same draft. LeBron just recently went over 30,000.
Carmelo just hit 25,000 with that first free throw. Second on the way. He is over 25,000 career points.
Up with an onward, George.
Distance keeping a little bit closer. Patterson to Westbrook. Carmelo with a shot. He hits it, and that's a 3.
Fans filing in out of the cold and into the storm as the Thunder, 20-9 here at the peak, look to stop a 2-game road winning streak by the new-look Cleveland Cavaliers. Welcome to Players Only on TNT, presented by State Farm. LeBron ISO right side against Melo. We'll see how he recovers after missing a couple games. Watch his conditioning here tonight. That's a tough matchup, LeBron on the fadeaway.
And that was great defense by Carmelo Anthony. Forced LeBron into a difficult shot, but good defense, better offense.
LeBron to the left side, finishes with the left hand around Steven Adams.
And guys, I like this defensive lineup as Carmelo does Carmelo things for the OKC Thunder. But for Cleveland, they're going small. LeBron at the power forward position, and now they can switch and have a little bit more quickness on the perimeter. But like I said, against OKC, they love to crash the glass. The Cavs have to box out.
Jetty off the front of the rim. Kind roll for Jetty Osman.
Yeah, Osman is someone who Ty Lue really trusts. LeBron trusts him. You know, 3D, I took a charge one time and on Carmelo. I actually got the charge, and I felt it for a good month.
LeBron right to the rack. And the possession before by Cleveland was a LeBron James hoop as well, so 4 points for LBJ.
I got to show Big Steve some love. Been watching this guy for years. Got a chance to play with Steven Adams. And the shots that he's making tonight, as you see the Thunder there with 16 points in the paint, these are the shots that he's worked on day in and day out with assistant coach Mark Bryant, just the day he showed up in Oklahoma City. This is not something that only happens in the game, especially young kids. Work on the shots that you need to make in the game in order to carry over practice to the game.
A nice recovery from Tristan Thompson. He blocks that shot from Carmelo. JR, same spot, same result.
And we know J.R. Smith is a guy that once he hits a few shots, he gets going. And what awareness by LeBron to find the hot hand.
Felton misses that 3. LeBron James back into the game. OKC got outscored 13-10 with LeBron on the bench, and right back at it, LeBron with the left hand.
And what's been impressive with Cleveland thus far is their defense. OKC really not able to get anything going as this defensive team right now as Melo knocks down a fadeaway. But for the Cavs, this defensive team really swarming and really taking OKC out of their rhythm here in the first half.
I honestly believe that's where good extra pass by LeBron James, but the youth and athleticism added by these newer guys, to me, will elevate the Cavaliers defensively more than anything.
Cavs just doing a nice job of keeping the pace. LeBron from way out. Wow, that's some range from LeBron James.
And he wanted that shot. He came over to Jordan Clarkson and said, give me the ball.
Getting back to that mentality allows for the offense to come easier because you're not as concerned about it. And hopefully for JR, as he's making shots now, he'll continue to look at that defensive end as a way he can add value to this team.
Melo takes offense into his own hands that time. Okay, settling for a lot of outside shots. Finally knocked one down there, back within 7. LeBron right to the rack. Russell, Melo. That's good. JR outscoring the OKC 2 guards with Abrinas and Hustis in as LeBron gets a quick 2. No points for Abrinas and Hustis. 3 rebounds, 0 assists, and JR with 15 himself. They're going to have to find some production there.
Defense as bad as the offense has been as LeBron knocks down another 3. That same spot he hit one in the first half.
Quick pick and roll. LeBron gives it right back. They're going to look at that one to make sure it was a 3. And Melo just leading Abrinas a little bit too far as he did not make any kind of eye contact with the pass.
Yeah, not making the eye contact, and right idea, right concept, but also Abrinas didn't have to wait behind the three-point line for the pass. If it's off target a little bit, step into it, catch it, secure it, and then keep that possession for your team.
LeBron James up to 26 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 10 of 14, ultra efficient so far in this game. LeBron fading, that's in. Everything just looking buttery from LeBron James right now. Man, LeBron James having himself a game. Letting the new guys know what they're in for.
Who played here in Seattle? No.
Nick Collison. Melo with a jumper right side. I love Seattle. Team will be back there soon, trust me, G. 5 on the clock. Finally.
That was a heat check right there.
Skip pass. Melo 3 on the way. Just off. Reload. Bang.
That's where I think that Carmelo, that little quick pitch and chase to Russell, if he sets a screen in those situations, he forces now the point guard to have to switch onto him, which then he can get his post up, he can get into better positions. But not setting the screen doesn't force the switch, leads to sometimes more difficult situations.
Russell off the glass, that's no good.
He looks out of rhythm out there, just not his normal self. Usually pretty efficient there from the mid-range. Not tonight.
LeBron's going to not only get the foul there, G, but going to get the goaltend, I believe. So that'll be 2 more for LBJ, up to 32 points and free throw coming. Paul George and Westbrook out to close out the third, so Melo becomes the primary option. They find him on LeBron James, left side, jumper. As 3D says, tough shot taker, tough shot maker. Great hands by LeBron, strips, Felton throws it up. Off the backboard, doesn't hit the rim, so shot clock violation. Career high 12 offensive rebounds for Adams. 1 on the clock. Melo.
Yeah, that was good defense by LeBron James. Just better offense by Carmelo.
Ahead, Rodney Hood. He'll finish that one off.
What a great find by LeBron James. Grabbing the rebound, looking ahead. Finding the open hood.
Gets Melo up. Touch foul called, but definitely Carmelo bumped LeBron James after the pump fake. Nance with the high pick and roll here for LeBron James. LeBron driving in. And his 36th point in the game. Paul George, 3 on the way. That's off. Russell scrapping. Melo 3. That's in. 5-point game. OKC going to press up. Abrinas. He misses the 3 as the horn sounds here at Chesapeake, and the Cleveland Cavaliers with another impressive performance on the road. Lots of new faces, but get used to them. The Cleveland Cavaliers rejuvenated and have found some spirit.
Great to be back after the All-Star break. Tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder in town to take on the Kings on NBC Sports California, powered by Xfinity. When you talk about the Thunder, how about Russell Westbrook, the reigning MVP, already 17 triple-doubles, leads the NBA. Boy, isn't it good to have Frank Mason back after missing 21 games with the foot injury. Paul George. Now the open man is Carmelo Anthony. And now 3 of 3 are the Thunder from beyond the circle. One thing you mentioned, and it's very apparent as you look at Caller Stein, the defense of Oklahoma City, much different than we've seen in the previous 2 matchups.
Yeah, very much more aggressive. And obviously their offense is leading to aggressive defense because they're making baskets, getting to set up 5-on-5.
26-11. Well, geez, these teams catching fire.
Yeah, Carmelo's brought his shooting shirt along with him, hasn't he?
But when he's in a groove, you got problems on your hand, and he's in a groove right now.
Well, I think the thing for Oklahoma City, you know, he's the 3rd option.
2 for 1. Westbrook gets Temple turn. Melo and Carmelo with his 5th 3-pointer, 67-60. Westbrook now kicks out to Melo.
Well, nice kick out there by Russell Westbrook. But again, Garrett Temple making life very, very difficult for the great Russell.
And there's a 3 back the other way. Westbrook to tie the game. No good. Adams with the offensive rebound. 2-pointer. And it's a 1-point contest. And Westbrook stripped him. That's what you were talking about. He's an excellent defender.
And you don't want to dribble too much around
Adams. And Adams gives Oklahoma City the lead, 106-105. Boy, the Kings have had a couple of trips, and they can't score. 106-105. Westbrook full head of steam. Westbrook all the way. Westbrook no, but he gets to the line.
That's one thing about Russell. If he ever learned to shoot like a Ray Allen, he might go for 80 a game.
107-105. Paul George. Nope, air ball. Jackson. No timeout, 8 seconds. Carter! Temple! No! Jackson! And we are tied! Westbrook. Oh my goodness. Russell Westbrook wins it at the buzzer. Russell Westbrook hasn't made a perimeter shot all game, but with the game on the line, he scores. Did he get it off in time? They're going to review it, and I don't think there's any question about it. He just won the game, and the Oklahoma City Thunder get the bucket to win the game. Russell Westbrook, the reigning MVP, and he was the MVP of this game with the winner at the buzzer.
Adams controls the opening tip back to Carmelo Anthony. Thunderball to begin the night. They'll have it to begin the 4th quarter as well. Harden's on Westbrook to start, a bit of a surprise. On switch-off has Paul on him. Paul dashes right, pulls up, pops. The fadeaway 17-foot jumper won't drop. Capella loses the rebound to Houston, who spins away from Paul, needs help. Shovels to Melo. Carmelo across the timeline, pulls up, pops, 3-pointer straight away, drops. Cha-ching and Thunder money ball. They turn a rocket miscue into a pull-up tray as Carmelo Anthony bombs and connects. Now 3 points away from passing Jerry West for 20th all time. It's 8-7. Loud backdoor intended for Capella, knocked away by Westbrook. Another turnover. George has the loose ball. Surging right on Gordon. Off the stutter step. Slithering left, kicks to the trailing Melo, pump fakes, barreling left away from Harden, down the lane, double clutches, lays it up, no good, but he's fouled by Capella en route. 25,191 points for him right now, and he ties Jerry West with the second free throw that he knocks down.
Melo, that's good. And welcome to the top 20, Melo.
The Rockets don't switch it. Right baseline to Melo, holding on Tucker, backing down now. Swipe that, arcs a fadeaway baseline 13-foot jumper that he nails. But still the Thunder have no points in the paint midway through the second quarter. That is remarkable. They're down 38-32, outscored 14-0 inside. Straight away, George dribbles into a double, kicks left baseline to Melo for a stroke of 20 that's up and good. Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook lead Oklahoma City with 12 apiece, but they'll need help in this game. Harden blasts down the lane, right to the rim unguarded, blows the layup. Melo's got the miss. That was a point-blank try, though. Carmelo strides back down the lane himself, back of Adams' interference, double pumps, and spins in a layup. So Steven erased Capella in transition, and the Thunder have their third and fourth points in the paint, but they've been outscored inside 20-4, and on the scoreboard 50-38. 2:15 left. Melo strokes a three in transition straight away that goes as he utilized another Adams pick. Thankfully, Carmelo Anthony rested, has got the stroke working. He has 17 points for Oklahoma City to be down 20. Harden left wing doubled. Tried to give it to Tucker, stolen by George up the left side. Whips to the trailing Melo to the rim, lays it up, blows the bunny, but he stays with it, and on the pogo stick lays up and in his miss. 19 for Melo, Oklahoma City down 7, 52-45. Adams giving to George out front. Paul played by Capella, left wing to Melo, strokes a three that's online and good. Chachenga Thunder money ball as Carmelo Anthony's got the stroke working. 4 of 6 from downtown with 22 points. OKC back within 7. Thunder will not foul again, and the Rockets even the season series with the Thunder. A victory apiece with 1 to come on April 7th in Houston, and they do it decisively tonight in Oklahoma City. The Thunder have dropped now on their home floor 4 of their last 5. They've dropped their second straight game, fall to 37-29 on the season, and they now have the highest loss total of any of the top 9 teams vying for a playoff spot in the Western Conference. They fall to 21-11 at home as they ready for Phoenix coming in here on Thursday.
The Thunder posted a quality win over the Spurs on Saturday night. Looks now to extend its current run to 3 consecutive wins. They'll play Sacramento on our annual tribute to the men and women of the armed services. It's Military Appreciation Night at Chesapeake Arena. Bogdanovich finding the veteran Zach Randolph, who fades away from Adams and comes up short. Westbrook sitting on 98 career triple-doubles. The pass back to Carmelo Anthony, who gathers. Lazy challenge by Costacopos. Melo, hello for 3. Bogdanovich having a pretty fine shooting year. And Jackson, one of the things I like about these young guys on the Sacramento Kings team, they might not always be accurate or as disciplined as they'll need to be, but they're not afraid. Off the screen, Anthony finds himself another as Adams sets the pick that leaves Melo with his second 3 in as many attempts.
Pressed into service as Carmelo Anthony is just seeing a big basket from a long ways away.
Weave action. Brewer adjusts, comes up offline. Adams with the offensive rebound, throws it to Anthony. Not even looking at him, and Melo scores. And Anthony at least shows as Jackson spotted up for 3. Out in front of the defense, the drive, the kick. Brewer to Anthony, bang! Bogdanovich for 3, got another one, and just like that, Sacramento keeping the pressure on. Sack with 9 makes from beyond the arc, and it's 67-66. The Kings hanging right in. Anthony on the catch and shoot 3, and a little bit of breathing room as Westbrook finds Melo for his 5th triple of the game. Anthony catches Jackson flat-footed and scores again. Melo with 21 points in the ball game. Kings will back off and let it play out. Oklahoma City wins the front end of a back-to-back that will conclude tomorrow night in Atlanta. Defense the difference in the fourth quarter as the Thunder scores a 5-point victory.
His name is Russell Westbrook, and he is Mr. Triple-Double in the NBA these days. His next will be the 100th of his career. Will it come at the expense of the Atlanta Hawks? Well, the ATL says not so fast. Atlanta has won 7 of its last 9 against Western Conference competition. The tip-off is straight ahead. Westbrook and Schroeder renewing old acquaintances. Here's Melo, who loves to play in Phillips Arena.
And these guys got a lot of guys who can spread you out. You got Carmelo Anthony, of course, Paul George, and now Brewer, who can make threes too, so they spread guys out all over the floor.
Anthony Well, Carmelo can still do that.
Well, that's what, I'm really surprised that he don't do more of that. He is an unbelievable offensive machine.
Schroeder with a floater. Left hand follow from Muskie won't go. Kavanaugh denied. Tyler gathers again. That one's blocked. Melo got that one. And the Thunder come the other way with Paul George. Russ going to work. Lost the handle. He will turn it over. Westbrook second in the league in turnovers. Dorsey. Carmelo pushing to Westbrook. Back to Melo. He'll take the three. Bang it in. Timeout Atlanta. Westbrook hustles it up. He just blows right by Melo.
Yeah, Melo is camping out at that three-point line.
Yes, he is. Save those legs, Melo. Shoot shots like that. Second three of the period. Thunder within two. They lost to Robertson for the year with the patella tendon injury, and they need a defender to go with that starting unit. Corey Brewer at age 32 can still fly up and down that floor. Melo, another three.
Carmelo is in a groove now, has knocked down threes here.
He can flat do that. How many times with the Knicks, and even before that with Denver, did he come in here and just go nuts? Westbrook knows he's got a hot man. Finds him, and Melo hits another one. Timeout Atlanta. Carmelo Anthony having a Knick flashback in an OKC uniform. 4 threes in the period. Taylor, didn't get it to drop. 116 to 103. Melo steps into it and hits his 5th three-pointer of the second half and 6th of the night. And Atlanta has the victory here tonight. The OKC has the victory here tonight in Atlanta, 119 to 107.
Both teams come in this afternoon off of strong defensive finishes on Friday. The Thunder beat the Clippers by 8 back in Oklahoma City. The trailing 3, Ibaka is short. Westbrook gathering and running. Finds Anthony behind the defense for 3.
You know what I'm going to say? That's nasty.
Anthony rocks back and scores as he got the mismatch with Lowry.
That's a mouse in the house move. Usually that's on the box when I say that, but that's a mouse in the house in that mid post for Carmelo Anthony. Even Adams is he's the key to this team right now.
Ibaka up into Anthony's body. He's going to step back at the elbow, drawing oohs and ahs from the crowd, and Carmelo Anthony standing alone now, breaking that momentary tie with Reggie Miller and Rick Barry. 21st all-time amongst pro basketball scorers. That includes the ABA. The kick out from George is intercepted. Over the top, Siakam going to leave it for Miles, and Anthony is back there to blow it up.
Great job poking that ball away.
The Thunder's bench shooting but 2 out of 11 here. Of course, when Adams is going the way that he's been, and the back tap rebound, the recovery, and the 3-ball, Melo, hello! Westbrook on the drive and dish. Melo steps inside and scores from 18 feet. George drives, man down on the wing. Anthony scores for 3.
Just a beautiful cross-court pass. Paul George showing you those eagle eyes.
DeRozan driving, dishing, right, scoring to tie it at 125. DeLon Wright with 15 points off the Toronto bench. 57-23, Toronto's advantage in bench scoring, and listen to the crowd asking for defense. Westbrook, as Ibaka recovers too late, slashes to the rim and scores for a 2-point lead.
Well, he didn't want to leave Steven Adams because Steven Adams has been so effective all afternoon. Russ just went right down Main Street, laid it up with his left hand.
Now DeRozan behind the back, comes up short. Adams with a big rebound. DeRozan reaching for the steal. Westbrook taking plenty of time here.
Got to take a little air out of the ball right now. Protect that lead at all costs. Plenty of time on the clock to run a play here.
Westbrook off the screen from George and then from Adams. And Russell Westbrook gives the Thunder a 4-point lead. No timeouts for the Raptors, who have won 11 straight. Anthony with the tip away. Valuable time taken here. Corey Brewer on the floor. Did he call timeout? He did.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable play. A tap away. And then Corey Brewer goes on the floor for the basketball and has the presence of mind to call timeout. Thunder basketball.
Felton's just going to dribble it out. The Raptors will concede. The Thunder scores the final 7 points of the game, and the Thunder wins a big one this afternoon in Toronto. We welcome you to NBA Saturday Primetime. It's presented by YouTube TV, and it's part of the United States Marine Corps playoff push. Final home game of the regular season for these Rockets. They've won 20 straight on their home floor. It has been a special year as they get ready for the playoffs, which begin 1 week from tonight. Tucker's going to try again. His first miss from downtown. Tucker, an excellent defender, guarding Carmelo Anthony. Anthony has been struggling shooting recently. Last 7 games during this stretch, only averaging 12 a game, but a sweet jumper there. Anthony, three-pointer. That's good. Carmelo Anthony 2 for 3 to start. The Thunder have hit 3 3-pointers and lead by 1. Anthony, pull-up jumper. Got it. Anthony with 7 points. 9 straight now for the Thunder. They lead by 7.
Hey, Mike, I understand you saying clear cut. I don't think that's fair to the field, using that type of language, but he is the favorite and the guy that should win the MVP.
Clear cut in terms of, I think, where he'll finish voting. What not clear cut is Anthony knocks down the three-pointer because there are other guys that are right there.
He wants to plead your case.
That's ridiculous. First of all, you were right to say clear cut, so quit having him bully you to backtrack. All right, that's number one. The guy's going to win it. He deserves to win it.
Paul George bumps Harden, and he still throws it up and in. A lot of contact there. Harden wanted a foul. Anthony drives, gets up underneath, and lays it up and in. Carmelo Anthony, 12 points already here in this first quarter. Anthony looking to post up Green. Nene leading over to help. Anthony drives by and throws it down. It's a classic first quarter for Carmelo Anthony. 14 points on 6 of 7 from the field. Tucker kicks it out. Ariza for 3. Mute, the rebound stripped and stolen by Westbrook. Back out Anthony. Carmelo Anthony three-pointer. That's good. Anthony red hot here in the first half. 3 for 3 from downtown. He was 0 for 9 from 3 in their last game. George crossover, gets inside. Clutches out to Anthony. Anthony fires a three-pointer, and he got hit by Joe Johnson. And he'll get 3 free throws. Harden gets free. Westbrook nearly pokes it away. Harden to the basket. Shot blocked by Anthony. Strong defensive play off the bench from Carmelo Anthony.
And that's a good no call.
Capella throws it away right to Paul George.
In holding this Rocket team under 100 points, it's so very hard to do. And this shows what Oklahoma City is capable of defensively.
Well, they were so strong defensively for much of early part of the season. That's really what carried them early. Then they lost Robertson, and they've dipped since then. Foul, reach in. Shot won't go, but Anthony's going to go to the line. Well, as you guys have said throughout the night, this game is real proof of how OKC can be a team that can be so dangerous in the playoffs. And that'll do it. Oklahoma City Thunder now just 1 win away from clinching a playoff spot. If they win one of their final 2 games, they're definitely in, as the Rockets' 20-game home winning streak comes to an end. Westbrook with 24 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, and a rare home loss for the Rockets.